Kenyan protest, he got terrible news about his father. Defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions, Akeem Spence, took a knee to protest before playing the Atlanta Falcons. He and 7 other players locked arms and dropped to their knees, disrespected everyone in the stadium, dissed the American flag, trashed America, and is part of the reason the NFL ratings will suffer. After the defensive player staged his peacefully stupid protest where it irritated almost everyone in the stadium, he then did his job of entertaining football fans in a loss to the Falcons. Then it was time for the game to be over, deal with divided fans who used to love the game and maybe have some time to himself. He didn't expect something to happen to his father, but it did. Spence found out that his petty protest caused his father to lose a job. His father, named Floyd, was attempting to get a job by a contractor but was denied. They believe it was due to the protest. Spence and his protest can be thanked for costing his father a job. If I had a son who was a jerk, then I lost a job because people don't want to be associated with me because of that, then maybe the kid needs to learn a lesson. On the contrary, what if the father is an American-loving patriot who just got screwed over for no reason? If the father loves America and disagrees with his son's protest, then he needs to speak out. Then that places them both in a bad situation. Now the protest has divided the worker, the employer, the father, and the son. Everyone is ticked off and running in different directions because of a brainless protest that literally means nothing, no one cares about it, and it needs to stop. Wouldn't it be better if Spence didn't protest? Wouldn't it be better if he went about his day, earned his millions, helped his father with business, and just continued to live his overly privileged life? I think so. I'm sitting here eating a sandwich for dinner and he's probably spent at least $100 on a meal tonight. I don't care though. This is my life, that's his life, and we will not ever be equals in terms of socioeconomic status. Has nothing to do with race though. He's a better athlete than I am. Should I protest that? Should I care that his father lost a job because the son is an entitled jerk? Maybe I would care if the protest was actually worth doing. It is no longer about racial inequality. It's about smacking back President Trump. It's so easy to see right through the fake protests and racist black power fists coming players like Michael Bennett from the Seattle Seahawks. When is it enough? There is no racial inequality. We're all equal. We're born equal. We work harder or lesser than each other and we either succeed or we fail. There will always be a balance of bums and rich people. There will always be the poor, the rich, and the middle class. There are things I can't ever be and there are things a rich pro athlete can't ever be. People need to stop the protests and move on. Athletes and celebrities need to keep their social justice nonsense out of their highly paid entertainment that is essentially the product they're selling. Movie industry tanked over summer. Football ratings are tanking. When will the rich elites learn their lesson? Will it take them losing a lot of money and getting pedestrian jobs like us to realize they messed up? The protest of the national anthem is absolutely ridiculous. We have freedom of speech, but that comes with consequences and I guess this backfired and triggered the loss of a job for Spence's father. It's unfortunate, but when you're a millionaire athlete, do you really need to act like this during a football game? It's one thing to do a funny celebration dance because it's part of the game, but social justice has no place in entertainment. Spence was one of 8 Lions players who took a knee while linking arms with most of the rest of their teammates and owner Martha Ford during the playing of the national anthem before Sunday's loss to the Atlanta Falcons. Similar protests, sparked by outrage over comments President Donald Trump made last week, happened across the NFL. Spence told the Free Press on Wednesday that his taking a knee was no disrespect to the American flag. "It's about right and wrong, like I always say," Spence said. "And what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. It's no offense to nobody, no disrespect, just like I always tell people, love one another and we'll be alright. Why protest during your game? Why not protest on your own time instead of irritating a stadium filled with customers who've paid hundreds to be there that day? What is about right and wrong?" And yes, Spence, It is absolutely disrespectful to our American veterans who fought for your right to be such an arrogant athlete. Just because you claim that it's not out of disrespect, that doesn't make it not disrespectful. If Ray Rice smacked a woman but said, "No disrespect," then does that make it okay? One Detroit Lions player who took a knee Sunday in an effort to shine a light on racial inequality said his father was denied a job because of his protest. Lions defensive tackle Akeem Spence tweeted Thursday that his father, Floyd, was denied a job by a contractor. "Got some awful news from my father. A contractor denied giving him a job on doing a house because of my peaceful protest #SMH, Spence tweeted. Floyd Spence did not return a voice message left for him Thursday, and Akeem Spence's agent, Peter Schaefer, said the elder Spence wished to maintain a low profile. Akeem Spence, "Got some awful news from my father. A contractor denied giving him a job on doing a house because of my peaceful protest #SMH. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.